This is a story all about how my best friend and I almost got murdered in South Africa. So it all started when I won a trip to South Africa through my school. My best friend also got a spot along with 10 other people. So we were saying goodbye to everyone on the last day, and the next morning was our plane flight. It was uneventful. It was a 16-hour flight, so I just took Benadryl and I passed out. So we land in Johannesburg, and it's not our final destination, but we're going to be here for a night. So we decide that we're gonna stay in a hotel room. So we're going from van to van, and the first thing our teachers tell us is not to let anybody carry our bags for us, because if they do, we're going to have to pay them. And we're like, no, we don't want to spend extra money. And so we're going from van to van, and sure enough, these big burly guys come over and they start taking our stuff and putting it into the vans. And there's nothing we can do about it. They're just taking our stuff, putting it into the vans, and as we're getting in, we had no choice but to pay them. And that was our welcome to Johannesburg. And the thing you need to know about Johannesburg is it's like Las Vegas, except 1,000 times more dangerous. So we finally get to our hotel, which is in this place called the Emperor's Palace. And it's actually made up of multiple hotel rooms, multiple hotels, multiple restaurants, multiple shops. So it's pitch black out, but we're all not tired because we had just slept for like 16 hours on a plane. So we decide to go shopping and grab a bite to eat. So after we shop, we grab a bite to eat at this place that has a lot of exotic items on their menu. And one of the things that I split with my best friend, her name is Isabella, it's this thing called the game platter. And it includes warthog, kudu, impala, and ostrich. The best was the impala. Wonderful, 10 out of 10, I would recommend it. By far the worst was the ostrich. It was awful. It tasted like gamey chicken that had been left out for way too long. So we finish our meal, and we're finally done shopping. We decide to go back to our rooms, and we're getting ready for bed. So I go to bed right away. I just put in my headphones and I pass out. So my friend, she likes the internet a lot, so she decides she wants to stay up. We're not going to have Wi-Fi or access to the internet for a few days now. So she's up for about an hour scrolling through, and then she starts to hear voices outside our window. And she thinks, oh no, that's probably nothing, but then they get louder and louder until they're right there. They're outside our window, and then they start banging on the window, these people who are outside. They're banging on the window, and then they start to open the window. And she's frantic at this point. So she's waking me up. She says, Brianna, wake up. Brianna, there's people outside our window. What do we do? So I wake up finally, and I take my headphones out. And I was very groggy, so, it was like a dream for me. But I take my headphones out, and I listen. And I let out a very strange, what I can only imagine is an exasperated noise. And then I turn to her and I say, Isabella, nobody is there. And I put my headphones back in and I pass out. And she is terrified. And thank goodness, when I made that strange noise, they must have heard it because they stopped talking and opening our window and they walked away. She was too afraid to even get up to close the window. And to make matters worse for her, I kicked her very, very hard. So finally the morning comes around, and I ask her, hey, Isabella, why is the window open? And she says, don't you remember? I'm like, oh my gosh, that was real. So we go to breakfast, and we meet up with everybody. We tell them what happened, and we were all very happy that nothing bad came out of it. And no one else had gotten broken into. Everyone else, they heard the voices, but their windows weren't opened or anything. So that was very fortunate for them. We boarded our plane, and we went to Port Elizabeth, never to return to Johannesburg. And the thing that you have to know, the lesson that I learned from this was, make sure that when you're on the ground floor of any hotel, that your windows are locked, because it can be very, very dangerous. So that's all. Thank you very much.